Yes, we'll be talking extensively about one man who could just be on the other side. Not a good news to talk about this morning on the show, but I don't know. We just have to bring it to you because Courtesy Demands will tell you everything that happens or that will be happening, that's yet to happen. That's the word on the show in the sports world. Good morning. Welcome to the Sports Republic show. My name is Kizzy K, and I was starting with Nwabali's news. He's on the radar, possibly a move to Morocco anytime soon. But aside that, that's one who is about facing a life-threatening, I don't know, critical illness, a very big one. I don't know. I don't like to talk about this, but we should tell you on the show. But when the time is right, we'll bring that to you. Let's start with the number one of Super Eagles goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali. He has emerged as a surprise target for Moroccan giant Raja Casablanca ahead of a new season. Nwabali is 29. His reputation has soared since his stellar performances at the 23 African Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire, where he played a crucial role in the Nigerian Super Eagles' run to the final. The Chippa United shortstopper has been a consistent performer, and he was named captain following the decision to remain at the club last summer. Nwabali, who still has 2 years left on his current contract at the South African club, has emerged as a surprise target for North African side. The goalkeeper Nwabali is a very good man who we know, but according to South African publication, unplayable Raja Casablanca are keen on securing the 29-year-old service this summer. Chippa United are reportedly open to letting Stanley Nwabali leave if a suitable offer arrives, with the goalkeeper currently not so valued in the transfer market. Because they say 650,000, you know the story. But Raja Casablanca, one of the most successful clubs in Morocco, boasts an illustrious record with 3 CAF Champions League titles, 3 Confederation Cups, 9 League Cups, and 13 Moroccan Bordeaux Pro title. The club is eager to strengthen their squad, and Nwabali is on the target for their continental glory once again, and adding a quality goalkeeper like Nwabali could significantly boost their ambition. As it stands now, Stanley Nwabali has not publicly stated his willingness to join Raja Casablanca, but with intense competition for Nigeria's #1 jersey, particularly for Madiko Okoye, a move where he remains first choice will be a key consideration in his decision of this process. So it's a making process. And then, yeah, so let me talk about Stanley Nwabali and let you know that's the Super Eagles' #1 goalkeeper. We had this, we had this competition at the back line, and at some point went to the goalkeeping department. Now, we've seen managers having different goalkeepers to do the job. We've seen back in the 80s, you know, talk about Emak Okala, you know, talking about the goalkeepers we had at that point in time. Later on, we saw the shift coming to 94. Rufai came into the pace, and we had that departmental issue ever since Vincent Ayama left. But I don't know how Pesero Jose, the former Super Eagles coach, the Portuguese, was able to convince Nwabali. He made a move to Saudi Arabia, to South Africa, beg your pardon, and he went to South Africa and went to meet Nwabali, talk to his representative, talk to the club side. We need this goalkeeper. No one knew Nwabali. I would tell you, Nwabali had struggled so much on the MPFL shores. Castina United, some Enyimba Flying. You know, he did a lot of moves. Nobody noticed him. But Nwabali finally found his footing. He left Nigeria to South Africa. They might not be the bigger club side like Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, you know, the big club side in South Africa. They are Chippa United. They might be down the pecking order. They might not be as big as you think. But what matters for me and for him, I guess, is the fact that he mans the post at the right time. He does the right job. He's a starter in his team. Anytime he comes back to Super Eagles, he gets to start. That's amazing for Stanley Nwabali. But for a club side coming for him at this level, Raja Casablanca, we did see Wydad play at the FIFA Club World Cup. You will say, and I will say, and I'm anticipating that Nwabali should say yes to that offer. You cannot say no to a club side that is that so big. You cannot say no to a club side that boasts a lot of trophies. You can't say no to a club side that we know that one of Morocco's most successful clubs. They boast very illustrious record with 3 CAF Champions League titles to their name. 3 Confederation Cup, that's big. 9 League Cups. 13 Moroccan Bordeaux Pro titles. The club is eager to strengthen their squad, and I think Nwabali is a perfect fit. You don't need to call out, you know, Nwabali, I know, he wants to fly, he wants to travel, he wants to play in the European scene, he wants to travel to play abroad. Yes, I know how it works, but I feel like he should calm down. It won't be wrong if he ends his career in African shores, on African shores. I don't think it will be wrong. What matters to him, or what should matter to him rather, is the fact that he still happens to be Nigerian number one. Madiko Koye, the rest of Adeleye, those keepers, yes, they will always put that pressure. They will definitely compete. But you and I know, you can attest to his composure right in front of the goalpost. His bravery is so big. He comes alive when the time is right. And then you just cannot talk less about Stanley Nwabali. So if you ask me my opinion on the show this morning, depending on where you're watching from, I'll tell you Nwabali should be that man who should continue the job of that shows. Chippa United to Raja Casablanca is a big boost. That's like, and I don't know, that's like a long rope. Like, I feel like you're living deeper and you're going higher. So it's a good call, and if he makes that move. So what, like you said, he's yet to come out publicly to say words about that move. But for me, please, I beg you, Nwabali, if you're going to listen to me, make that move. That's the right move. That's the best move you ever get. Another time we had clubs out in the Premier League, had a spell about him, some teams in the Championship, but it wouldn't have just been so easy for him to have made a move, because one of the Super Eagles player who, what's the name? I can't recall his name now, but I think his face just goes in my memory. Tanzania, he went to Tanzania, yeah, and from that Tanzania he went to Crawley Town, and while he went to Crawley Town, he left back, he didn't get that space. He was brought in by Finidi George. So it's not just about traveling to Europe to play. Yes, my name is Stanley Nwabali. I applied the goalkeeping job. I'm doing it for Brentford. I'm doing it for, and you're playing the second role. That doesn't work for me. So I'm happy that Nwabali is on the radar of the Moroccan side. And I would just say, I wish him the best, and I want him to make that move. Don't say no when the time is right. I don't know what he'll be saying. I don't know how serious the transfer news is. But for you to be the Super Eagles number one, according to my friend Eric Chell, you must continue to keep doing what you love to do. You must continue to be brave. You must be a starter. You will never stop running. And that's how it is. Now let's talk about Ladair. Let's talk about the man, Ademola Lookman, the king of African football. African players are the finest. But one man is in the news today. Nigeria Super Eagles star and the reigning CAF Player of the Year, Ademola Lookman, has returned to Atalanta's training grounds, sparkling excitement among fans who celebrated him as the African finest. The Super Eagles forward was spotted at the Central Boccioli on the first day of preseason, as shared by Atalanta official social media, with the caption, "Player checking in the Contero Boccioli." His return to Bergamo signals the start of preparation for the new season, but his future with the Italian club side remains uncertain amid growing transfer speculations. Now let's talk about full focus amid uncertainty about Ademola Lookman. He's 27. He has been the subject of intense transfer rumors. With his impressive performances last season, drawing interest from top European clubs, despite the uncertainty, the Nigerian winger is showing unwavering commitment to his craft and in the Serie A side. Just days before rejoining Atalanta, Lookman shared a glimpse of his dedication, posting a leg day game. That's like a leg day game clip on social media with a caption, "Full focus." After spending his holidays in Nigeria, Ademola Lookman has returned to Italy, where he has been a decisive figure for Atalanta. His return to preseason training has fans buzzing in anticipation, keen to see if the dynamic forward will continue to shine on Bergamo or make a high-profile move elsewhere. Talking about Lookman and also the Ladairs. For now, Ademola Lookman's focus remains unclear, setting the stage for another thrilling chapter in his illustrious career. I feel for Lookman and I fear for Lookman. I'm saying that I fear for Lookman because the ovation is high. I know you should leave when the ovation is high. And I don't know why this happens basically more for African players. I don't want to say Nigerian players. Lookman should be one of the top 10, if not top 5 players on the transfer market. We keep hearing about Brian Mbeumo to Man United, Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal. All of this news, Alex Isak to Liverpool. Why are we not hearing news about Ademola Lookman? Why is his news not high? Why is the vision not being talked about? Literally the best player in Atalanta, literally the best player in Ladairs squad. He worked so hard with Gasperini, Gianpiero Gasperini, with the likes of Ederson, Mark de Roon, lack of Cataleria. You know, they had a very decent team during this time last season. Now, they made a new signing, a man from the English League who would replace Lookman, believing that Lookman will leave the club. And if Lookman stays back at Atalanta, I don't know what will be his fate. Because right now, we had the recent news where Atletico Madrid, that the club side that are keen, Barcelona once showed the green light, but they went off the radar. And then now Nico Williams could not make the move. They're now up for Marcus Rashford. That's from Deco, the sporting director. Now I'm looking at Lookman's opinion. I'm looking at Lookman, a player who stole the show at the UEFA, the Europa final 2 seasons ago, where he was amazing to watch. Stole it off from Bayer Leverkusen, getting a hat-trick to his name, and everyone sang his praise. And at this point in time, I still wonder why his contract, his transfer talks, happens to not be high like it should be. That's the African best. That's the CAF best player. And then no one is talking about Lookman. So Atletico Madrid are keen on Lookman. So I just have this personal fear if he happens to stay back at the club. He's a big player, of course. But I feel like that respect might be lost. For some fans, they want to see him play. But they're also not sure, like he's still uncertain. They're still not sure if he's going to stay back at the club. That's one thing. But I don't know if Lookman understands how this works. I'm so sure he would, because he's got a wonderful agent, he's got a representative. And if you ask me, I just will say, Ademola Lookman has to find his way off the big gamble people. He needs to go off. He don't need to remain there anymore. I think he needs to go. The time is right. This vision has been so high, and I'll tell you, Lookman should just leave Atalanta. But let's talk about this one. There's the news about Kadiri Ikana. His name is Kadiri Ikana, Kadiri, Kadiri. That's the name, Kadiri Ikana. We'll talk about him now, who is critically ill at this point in time. There's a help call, but one time we had the latest of the recent who just died. It doesn't sound for celebration. His name is Christian Chukwu, 1980 Nations Cup winner, the skipper of the side. They call him the chairman. But recently, let's bring you the latest. A former Super Eagles defender and 1980 Nations Cup winner, you could call him Africa Cup of Nations winner, Kadiri Ikana. Kadiri Ikana on the bars, Kadiri Ikana, Kadiri, that's the name. Ikana is fighting for his life at Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital in Auchi, Edo State, where he was transferred for emergency blood transfusion and intensive medical care. I told you yesterday about this news, and I said to you, I don't think I like to talk about things like this, but we know we need to bring it. That's the man you have on your screen. We'll bring you some of his clear pictures so you can see you know him well. He is 68 years old, ex-international, who was a member of the Green Eagles squad who won Nigerian first AFCON title in Lagos 44 years ago. In a critical condition and requires urgent medical intervention to save his life. A former Nigerian captain, Segun Odegbami, broke the news on Monday. That's a Monday morning, revealing that Ikana has been transferred to a specialist hospital after his condition deteriorated significantly. The immediate past chairman of the South Police Service Commission, Austin Brimo, has been footing the mountain medical bills to keep the football legend alive. I want to get more of Kadiri Ikana's picture, please. I'd like to get more of Kadiri Ikana's picture, and also Segun Odegbami as well. Now, Ikana, affectionately known as Kawawa, that's Segun Odegbami you have on the screen. That's the man who's picking up this one. Mathematical Segun Odegbami, a well-respected Nigerian icon. He's known on this job very well. He's a media personality at this point in time, but he played the game to a high level. He's just one who is advocating to see that Kadiri Ikana gets out of this. Like I told you, he's affectionately known as Kawawa. He was a key figure of Nigerian football during the late 1970s and early 1980s, and as a defender for both clubs and country. That's Kadiri Ikana. Before, you see, that was a post he made a long time ago. Not really long, but before he got ill. That's a post he made, and he wrote, I think it was about Brillia, one of our sister station and radio version, posted that one out. And then, that's the post. That's the man. I wish the post could go up high. And Kadiri Ikana said a lot about himself. He said this: I sacrificed myself at playing and coaching level for Nigeria, but I'm regretting at my old age why I did those things. Maybe I should have spent my life doing something else. This is a very big message. Before we talk about Kadiri Ikana, you just imagine Segun Odegbami played alongside this man. This is a man that plays from the 1970s to the 80s. He was a defender for the Super Eagles. 44 years ago, they won the Nations Cup right in Lagos. That innovation should be talked about. But right now, in that teaching hospital in Edo State, Irua to be exact, he is lying just there with a life-threatening illness. He's very ill, like critically ill. Now, this message was a message that was posted not today, some time ago. When you look at this picture and you look at the previous picture, you look at this recent picture, you would understand the difference. That was the Nigerian jersey he's wearing there, the alma mater, 7th national team. And he said, I sacrificed myself at playing and coaching level. He's one of the most decorated managers. Go check it out for Nigeria. But I'm regretting at my old age. Why did I do those things? Maybe I should have done something else. I should have spent my time doing something else. He was an integral part of the Bendel Insurance Football Club squad that dominated domestic Nigerian football at the end of the 1970s before earning his place in the national team setup. Now, let me tell you, the former soldier represented Nigeria at the 1980 AFCON in Nigeria, where the Green Eagles defeated Algeria 3-0 in that final at the National Stadium, Lagos, to claim the country's maiden continental title. After his playing career, Kadiri Kana transitioned into coaching and became arguably the most successful coach in domestic football history in Nigeria. You know, when you talk about this news, it's so annoying because this man served the nation to a high level. He is arguably the most decorated, I must tell you. He guided several clubs out to domestic success and was known for his tactical acumen and then ability to develop young players throughout his coaching stint. His coaching career was more like he was grooming a lot of players. The former international was honored with a member of the Order of the Niger Award in recognition of his contributions to Nigerian football, both as a player and as a coach. I don't want to disregard this member of the Orders, member of the Orders of the Niger. I don't think I want to disregard it, but don't give me an ovation. Don't give me something that when I need the help of the national side of the Nigerian people, not Nigerian people now, of the Nigerian FA, of the Nigeria, of Nigeria, that's the word, of Nigeria as a country. I don't get it. He kind of also served as an ambassador for peace, continuing his involvement in promoting Nigerian football even after retiring from active coaching. When he was done coaching, he was still doing the job. The news of Ikana's critical condition comes amid growing concerns about the welfare of retired Nigerian footballers and the lack of adequate support system for former internationals. The football fraternity has witnessed the deaths of several former players in recent months. That's like Kadiri Kana before he got ill. Let's get it full so you can see him. You can see he was getting lean here. Watch this one. You can see him. You can see. You can see. But right now, laying down there at the hospital bed. But I just say the football fraternity has witnessed the death of several former players in recent months, raising questions about the health care and welfare provisions for retired athletes. Just 2 weeks ago, the football community mourned the death of former Super Eagles goalkeeper Peter Rufai, who passed away at the age of 61 after a brief illness. So it felt like Peter Rufai died. So before Peter Rufai died, we had Christian Chukwu, the chairman. 1980 Nations Cup, he was a big man there. So the pattern of neglect has drawn criticism from various quarters, with former players and stakeholders calling for better welfare packages and healthcare support for retired athletes who brought glory to the country. How can I represent Nigeria to a high level and tomorrow they are turning down their eyes on me like they don't see me? I will talk about Shegun Odegbami in a bit because he's pleading for Nigerians. No, I'm not saying that's Shegun Odegbami. I'm not saying, we'll talk about it later on. I'm not saying people should not, fund his bills. I'm not saying that. But I'm only saying that what is now the need of play for Nigeria? That's the question. Why will I have to play for Nigeria? Because when the time goes wrong or goes south for any of these players, that you play for the national team does not count. John Fashanu played for the English side. He might have 2 or 3 stints with them, but till date he knows what he enjoys from that. Playing alone for the English side, wearing the badge for the Three Lions, it's a big call. Now, how do a man play for the Super Eagles? He did not just play, he won the Nations Cup. That's Kadiri. He won the Nations Cup, right? He won the Nations Cup. Not just about winning the Nations Cup. Now, he managed club size. I know the Sharks put that back then. He did the A batting. So, he managed the club sides. He had some players groomed up, brought them to limelight, and these players know. But now, let's jump to the next phase. Let's talk about Segun Odegbami, who has pleaded, or who is rather pleaded, with Nigerians to save dying Super Eagles legend. Because he's not just saying Nigeria, the country now. He's talking about individuals, people like us. Let's be factual, let's be truthful. This is not supposed to be our concern. Our concern should be that our legend is somewhere down and we have to pray. So supporting is like willingly, but this is a job for some set of people who are paid on this job. See, if you wear the Nigerian jersey like that badge, the Super Eagles, I don't know if people understand what it takes to play for Nigeria. Some of these current players who are even under Eric Chelle, they don't even understand what it takes to play. See, back in the time, 1980, 94, 96, when you get called up to the national team, that's a very big honor. That's a huge honor. That's a very big honor that you know within yourself that I might not be the best, but I'm singled out. How was I located? I must show the people, like we've got like 250 million Nigerians right now, if not more. And then we are looking at the start, like I played for the Super Eagles, I played for the Green Eagles. Don't forget, the Green Eagles should not make it change. The Green Eagles integrated the name, like they got from the Green Eagles to have the Super Eagles, so it's still the Eagles thing. That's the name. Nobody say come out. Green still did there, Super Eagles, Eagles did there. So, why would someone play for Nigeria and still does not get or doesn't get the help he needs when he's needed? You saw that message where he said, I regret my life playing for the Nigerian side, doing the things for the Nigerian Super Eagles. I just wish I just did something else in my life. Maybe when he was done playing, just do something else. For the fact that he won the Nations Cup is big. Let's talk about the critical illness about this man. Let's talk about Segun Odegbami, who's rightly pleading with Nigerians to save dying Super Eagles legend. At this point in time, it goes with the change of the bars. Now, fellow 1980 AFCON winner Segun Odegbami issued a heartfelt plea for support, calling on the National Sports Commission (NSC), the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF), and the Edo State government to intervene and assist Ikana. Okay, now his name is Kadiri Ikana. Now we are moved to the next phase about this very news, and now we are talking about the Segun Odegbami talking about Kadiri Ikana, ex-international, both teammates, played a high-level football for the Nigerian side. In an emotional Facebook post, Segun Odegbami expressed his frustration and concern over the plight of retired Nigerian athletes. He said, "Another ego death throes. I wish I did not have to do this." And again, Odegbami wrote, "But I have to because it's frustrating. It's absolutely clear to me that most of us retired international Nigerian athletes need help. We are suffering, we are living in pain, we're living in poverty and poor health. And in the past 4 months, this one got to me. In the past 4 months, 5 of us have died, and also at a relatively young ages." In his post, Segun Odegbami raised concern about the toll elite sports may have taken on their bodies. He said these deaths may not be totally unconnected with the consequences of overflogging our bodies during our sports career. Nobody knows for sure. He also said, what we know now, what we do now, what you all know, however, is that we shall never know unless something is done to investigate and understand the causes of these early deaths that are seemingly on rampage this season. We are yet to finish mourning and to bury 4 or 5. Do you understand? He said, we are yet to finish mourning and to bury 4 of the 5 sports heroes. This is happening, I tell you. With frustrating news coming in again 2 days ago of another sport hero at death gates. Describing Kadiri Ikana's condition as critical. You saw him laying on that bed. You saw that picture. You saw it. Imagine out there. Odegbami revealed that former South Police Service Commission Chairman, Honorable Austin Brimo, was the one who brought the matter to his attention. Now, possibly because he has a radio station somewhere in the South. He said, a good Samaritan, Honorable Austin Brimo, brought Kadiri's situation to my attention and got to speak to me with Kawawa, that's his name, fondly called, as I refer to Mr. Kadiri Ikana. He said, yesterday afternoon, according to him, Kawawa was referred to and transferred to Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital for more intensive investigation and more immediate blood transfusion in order to save his life. Honorable Brimo has been paying the morning bills so far just to keep Kadiri alive. So you have it on the screen. That's the picture. This one's also late. 1980 Nations Cup winner. This is Christian Chukwu. That's Chukwu. Yet to be buried. We're yet to know about the funeral rites and the plans and everything. And one, again, is just on the radar to join him. I would say God forbid this. I would just say it. So it is a clarion call for me, Nigerians. Clarion call to the NFF. Clarion call to the president of Nigeria. Number one, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, to everyone who's connected to football, to everyone who's connected to Nigeria, these people honor the national team. These people played for the national team. These people were hungry to play. These people knows the job. They gave their all for the Super Eagles, the Green Eagles, and today no one is talking about them. Despite this weakening state, let's get Kadiri's picture again so some could just see. Now, Ikana was able to make a humble request in a muffled voice when he was conscious. When he was conscious enough and able to utter a few words. He cannot talk more now. Odegbami has begged. Now, according to Segun Odegbami, he said, Kadiri begged me to ask Nigerians to pray for him. And that's what I'm doing now. Odegbami highlighted the recent passing of several other Nigerian sport heroes, raising concern about the potential long-term health consequences of a demanding career in elite squad for the sport. He urged for investigation to understand the causes of these premature deaths. According to Segun Odegbami, former South Police, I told you already, Honorable Austin Brimo is the commissioner, as the chairman, is the one taking care of Ikana. When I look at this South Police Service Commission chairman, last I checked, I cannot find anything that has to do with football in his relation. It's not related. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just about the, I don't know. But I'm just wondering, I'm yet to hear, or we have to bring the report, where we've seen ex-internationals or current Super Eagles players, or those who Kadiri helped to get to a level. Of course, I know they want to intervene in this case. But Segun Odegbami is trying to do what he can do in his powers, possibly because this is like a PR talk for him. Ikana's football career has been illustrious, both as a player and as a coach. I told you he played for Benden Insurance. He was part of the 1980 AFCON winning squad. He played the game to a high level, represented Nigeria at the 1980 Olympics, and also participated in FIFA World Cup qualifiers. As a coach, you want to know his things. He led Enyimba to a historic CAF Champions League victory in 2003. Enyimba are CAF champions, right? The only side that's got the margin in African Nigerian shores. They're African champions too, we can call them. And earning him the CAF Coach of the Year award in 2004. He also guided Kano Pillars to the MPFL title in 2008. He's decorated, and he coached both the Nigerian Olympic team and the Super Falcons. Ikana's illness comes to a difficult time for Nigerian football, which has recently mourned the loss of legends such as Christian Chukwu, Charles Bassey, and Peter Rufai. I ever saw one, I can't recall the name. He plays for the Super Eagles at a point. He's late today. All of these stories does not make sense, I must tell you. For me, if you ask me, it does not make sense. It's good that we bring it to your notice, but it does not make sense for Nigerian football. Yes, that's the word. The news to you should make sense, but for the people who are on this top and knows very well that, actively well, that these personalities serve the nation to a hardcore level and no one is looking their way, then I tell you, that's so bad to talk about. It is so disheartening, and I must say, let Nigerians keep talking about this. Segun Odegbami saying, I don't even know why this happens, this early death. So maybe we should do an investigation. But even, truth be told, when I came to the radio today, I had a show, I had to leave the radio. I talked about it. Someone asked me a similar question till I got to the TV, and the question was clear and very, very direct. The question was, wouldn't they kill all these people? I said it was not me to talk about. But Segun Odegbami said, maybe investigation will be done. But we're going on a quick break. When we return, the show continues. Don't go anywhere. You're still watching the Sports Republic show. My name is Kizzy K. When we return, we'll tell them more about the Super Eagles news and also to Ekong charity match, bigger than football. He's just on the verge of retirement. That's about the Super Eagles captain and every other news connected to the show. Don't go anywhere. Please stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
Good morning. It's the start of a beautiful day. Well, start your day right with a healthy dose of news, fun, and inspiration. Join us on VOP this morning for the latest news, trending topics, and uplifting stories to set your day on the right vibe. From news and current events to lifestyle and entertainment, you are covered.
VOP This Morning, 8 a.m., Monday through Friday.
All right, welcome back from that quick break. Yes, let's talk about Super Eagles captain Troost Ekong. Charity bigger than football. That's what Ekong has rightly said. You saw that? Oh, sound like a tear. All right, okay. Let's talk about Troost Ekong. We'll miss him definitely. If you see someone who is getting close to his career returning, possibly wants to end, then you begin to say, I think he's getting close to the time of his retirement, yes. He might be in his 30s, but he's a good player. Whether you like it or not, he has done well for the Super Eagles. But let's talk about the recent on Sunday. Lagos fans were happy to receive Super Eagles players back to the Economic Hub Center of Nigeria for the Troost Ekong Foundation charity match. The exciting mood on the faces of hundreds of fans that came out, led by the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, said it all. Now, you can imagine the governor of Lagos State was present. The field was equally exciting with the Super Eagles captain attracting all the big star footballers. I like what he was wearing on that day. I mean, he was this white, I don't know, it's a white polo, it's a white shirt, I don't know. The shirt, I don't know. We'll bring that to you so you see Ekong on that white outfit. When you check his editorial, you can see that on his editorial, you know. But among the players, the big players who was present at that event, among them are the likes of Victor Osimhen, the Goal King, Stanley Mabali, Wilfred Ndidi, Kelechi Iheanacho, Ahmed Musa, Odion Judy Gallo, and a host of others. That's how he was looking that day. That's just Ekong. But there were equally more celebrities like AY Mekun. Some say AY, yes, I think that's the best one to go with. Brother Shaggy, Mayor Kun, an ex-Super Eagles striker, or Bafemi Martins, always like this kind of event. Troost Ekong was happy with the turnout at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Ekong. He spoke at length about his charity organization, which he claimed is a big deal for him. He is of the opinion that charity is bigger than football. Now, let me quote the Super Eagles captain. He said, "Charity is the way to give back to the community and the people. It's a big deal all over the world, and what makes the world go round, charity is bigger than football. And I'm happy with the turnout. I'm happy that Mr. Governor has come out with me, with us, happy for the turnout of my friends and also celebrities as well as Lagosians. The support of everyone is tremendous." That's about Ekong. The 31-year-old defender who has celebrated 10 years with the Nigerian national team said the foundation will outgrow him beyond the Super Eagles. He said in his words, "This foundation is what will remain after I would have left the Super Eagles. It is a key, and I'm happy for the support of my colleagues. We are now on the move." He said the foundation has been set up in such a way it will be sustainable. That's just what I want. Consistency, sustainability, that's what I'm saying. He said, "We have a trusted team who knows about running charity foundation." Yeah, I know, I like to say this one. He said, "We have done all that is needed to sustain it and make it work out without hindrance." According to the official website of Troost Ekong Foundation, the mission is to empower Nigerian and African youth with football and education to inspire success, resilience, and also community leadership. The non-profit organization is looking to make a direct impact by improving local schools and orphanages in Uyo, Akwa Ibom, where the player was born. Bring it back to me, not like the African news where it gets stale on that. Now, furthermore, he said, "Our goal is to empower the youth by creating opportunities for them to better themselves whilst lending a helping hand. This will be done through partnership with other organizations. by partnering with existing and also existing goodwill organizations locally, we aim to give support, financial support to improve or rebuild current facilities. Please, I'd like to get in on the change. Thank you so much. Now, moving on. In order to provide the sufficient care and condition and also education for the youth that they are already caring for, the Lagos launch of the foundation was a success according to the founder, Ekong. He said, Lagos isn't a new place to me. Lagos isn't new to me. I spent a lot of my childhood in Ikeja. That's a place in Lagos, in Nigeria. He said, my dad still lives here. So it's like coming home. I came with my children and siblings, and I'm very much home here. This year, we had so many requests to bring our foundation charity match to Lagos. We've been working on it for about 6 months, and now it has finally happened. That's about Ekong. He said, we are planning to raise funds and awareness for the underprivileged children we support through the foundation. I'm happy with the turnout, and what a massive success it has been for me. Our work began back home in Uyo. He said, we want to give kids the chance to dream and build their own future, but I'm really proud of how far we've come. For Ekong, I tell you, the charity match is not just an event. It is a platform to inspire and also empower. His encouragement goes so far. He encourages his fellow footballers and celebrities to use their influence for good. He said, because I have had that chance to live my dream to play football at the highest level, I feel it's important to use my platform for something meaningful. In the evening of fun, trail on football, the foundation was able to raise over 40 million naira, which will go into core mission of it, supporting orphans and also vulnerable children through housing, education, and sports. He may not have had it, or possibly you could say he may not have said it. Just Ekong is already planning ahead of life. Yes, I must say, he's planning ahead of, just say, life after football, while reflecting on his decade-long journey with the Super Eagles and the mission behind his growing philanthropic efforts. Ekong said, 10 years is not easy, especially with such a dynamic team like the Super Eagles. It's a huge honor for me every time I get to wear the jersey, and now to wear the captain armband makes it even more special. After making his debut for the Super Eagles under Stephen Keshi, he was amassed 79 caps and 3 medals to his name. He was named the most valuable player by the CAF after the last AFCON tournament. He said, Nigeria has given me so much, and I'm extremely grateful. Starting the foundation was my way of giving back. How many people like to give back? Some people say giving back initiative does not work for them. But if you look at some of these players, Etebo, some of these players, Onazi, Martins, they just go to their states and do these things to work. See, giving back is not wrong, because they are big influencers, whether you like it or not. The platform is big. So I like what Ekong is doing now, urging other influencers or other big names who are just like him, use your influence to do something very meaningful. And he said, we've been planning this for about 6 months. So in Uyo, I think he has got a very big charity organization, but bringing to Lagos, like the heart of Nigeria, I want to say that. Some want to say no, but that's what it is. Yes. Then that works for me. So Ekong is still the captain of the Super Eagles. We know originally Ahmed Musa is the captain, but I like to say his giving back initiative is working out well for me, and I must commend his efforts. I like to say that I'm also happy that the likes of Victor Osimhen was there. Personally, Osimhen is there, and you know what happens? The masses will just be want to see Victor Osimhen take pictures, autograph, and the rest of that. Simon Ball, Simon Jesse, all of this news. And you have Stanley Wabali, also AY, celebrities away from football, being part of that one. All of these are good news for Ekong. But I wish him the best, and I also want to plead with other Nigerian players who are yet to retire or who have retired but still look big in the media fan to use their platform to enhance that growth for sports in Nigeria. Not Africa for now. Let's do our own first before we take it outside. But for Ekong, I heard him say there's a connection with Africa on his foundation, so I think he has the money to actually do that. And with the support and sponsorship deal coming in because it's Ekong on this part, that for me alone works out well. But tomorrow will be a Thursday version. Yes, I need to go over time. It's up on this very part. You have been watching Voice of the People Television, and this is the Sports Republic show. And then tomorrow we'll tell you more about everything sporting activities. I'll be just unfolding just as it goes. But don't forget, my name is Kizike, your host on the show, the only football player without a jersey. I'll see you. Stay safe out there. Kizike signing out. See you.